Yo, what's up everyone? My name is Wizard Pigeon and welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'm doing something random. I'm here on Reddit on Racing Stewards and I'm here to review your incidents, whether it was your fault or the other person's fault. You may have seen a certain YouTuber before do this by the name of Jimmy Broadbent, and I was like, why don't I do a similar video today? So we're here and we're gonna jump right into it. Alright, first one by Nums. I don't know how to pronounce that name. This guy did a crazy rejoin and then blamed it on me. I'm defending from P2 and he comes from the Shadows realm and kills me. Is this protestable? I'm the blue car. Alright, let's look at it. Okay. So far I'm looking at you sideways. We're off to a great start. Alright, so I'm gonna presume this is you. Ooh. Right, I need to watch that again. Hang on, this quality's horrible. There we go, sorry. Alright, let's watch this again. So, you're ahead on the outside, and you leave him the room, he goes around the outside. Here comes the orange car. Oh. Right, well, yeah, ooh. Let's watch it from this angle. Nice move around the inside. Yep, definitely on the orange car there, but, see, I'm gonna go to this point here. I see you're reacting to this car here, like moving to defend, and you've just moved across when he's just happened to rejoin, and that's just been kind of unlucky there. But no, it's definitely on 100% on this orange car here. It is up to the driver that is rejoining the circuit to rejoin safely and not to take out anyone. But it's just unlucky that you've gone to defend and he's just happened to come across and you've kind of like merged into each other. But yes, no, this first one's definitely on the orange car here. This next one is by TA Aussie G. Should I, red car, have left more space? Alright. So we're in the Mazda Cup here.
I've got you in my sights.
Ooh.
Right. Let's watch that again. So you're taking a racing line, Just need to watch like... You need to watch like the other car's input to see if like what he was doing, but you've also been blocked by this. I'm gonna say it's not really your fault. You've seen him on the inside, so you've left him room. So you've gone like and alternated your line to go around the outside, and he's kind of just like turned in, like you're not there. What's probably happened is he's understeered into you, and he's just tapped that rear right there, and then he's sent you around, and then he's double tapped there. But this is why I'm going to look at the second bit here. So I can see you still throttle and hit the brakes there. Yes, that's a good thing, but like you probably should have been holding the brakes a bit earlier. I understand that you might have been able to recover it, but probably using the brakes a bit earlier just so maybe this guy can get past, but that's just kind of unlucky there. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, do you know, it's a bit more on the white car's fault here. Like, he's gone, it's a bit unlucky at the same time. He's like, gone for the move, but he's kind of like driven straight into you. Like, he just doesn't really turn into like here. He's like realized too late that he's carrying too much speed and he's not going to make the corner, and so he's just kind of driven into your rear right, and He sent you around and then has caused a massive collision. But what I would have loved to seen is you to hold the brakes there around about this point. Because yes, well, you might have been able to save it. It was just like, maybe if you held the brakes for a bit longer, you might have avoided this collision here. Alright, let's do this one. Lambo tried squeezing Ferrari. Who's at fault? So, we're on board with the Lambo here. Spa going up through a Rouge. So, Ferrari's in our rear vision mirror. Whoa, 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 what was that? Was that you shifting up? Was that car braking? No, that was just the... Right. So, what I'm looking for is whether you move. Let's look here. So, what you're looking for is whether you reacted to him for him moving to the outside. Like, did you react? So, we're holding our line. Ferrari goes to the left. You come across a bit, and then if you had like a side camera angle, that might have been netcode. It's like the merest of touches, but it's enough to send you flying. Yeah, this is a bit tough. I think this is opening lap. Also, so it's a bit hard here. Great trees in the way. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I reckon if you didn't, I think you reacted to the Ferrari moving to the outside just ever so slightly at the last second, and he's tagged you on the rear left, and obviously that sent you into the crash. I'm gonna say that's more closer to a racing incident, but like, I could be very wrong. You can let me know down in the comment section just below what you guys think about that. I'm gonna say it's a racing incident. First lap, I'm pretty sure. It's just unfortunate, really. Pretty new to sim racing, but this guy said I was driving like an idiot. Who's at fault? Another Mazda Cup Series on iRacing. So on the inside here, from the racing line. Going downhill. Yeah, braking's fine. Cut the chicane there. It's alright. Up the hill. Good run.
Get over here!
Right. Okay, so... Alright. I'm gonna go start from this point. At this point, you're on his inside. The spotter should say that, or the person should know that. Because, like, I think it's his, like, car on the left. And it's a blind hill turning to the left. You're on the inside here. At what point do you start turning? There's plenty of room. So you start turning, you turn left, yeah. You're on the racing line now. And you're going straight, you're taking the racing line. And I think this guy I don't know, just kind of drives straight. And then I think what I talked about just before, like the F1 collision model, they've kind of hooked the cars maybe again. Yeah, and it's just kind of bumped you. I don't know what this black car's doing, just like it's rookie, so I guess you're all learning at the same time, but you're on the racing line here. You're ahead at this point, so this car's just driven kind of right into you. So I'm gonna blame it on the 8 Mazda car. And yeah, it's just a bit of a weird collision because you're kind of going in a straight line at that point. So they've just kind of ignored the fact that you're there, or have misjudged how far in front you are. The Mercedes says I pit maneuvered him. What say the stewards? Alright, Gran Turismo here. Alright, so P3. So already we've got the car full. You've got the Mercedes and others. So you go to the inside. Okay, so people are going to be erratic on the final lap. There's just no doubt about it. They're just going to it's final lap. They want the podium. They want it, and they've gone for it. So let's look here. So they're behind you. They've gone to the right. You've gone to the left. Did you move at all in the braking? You're braking, and they've hit you. Already. Don't know what they're doing because they're moving under braking technically and they've hit you. Then they proceed to almost overcook the corner and they manage to get stopped. Then you get up right behind them and then you've gone to the right, but then they've reacted essentially. And they've reacted too late and cause of a bad exit and them reacting too late. Obviously, they're going to get dumped. Alright, this first incident here. It's not your fault. They just hit you while moving under braking. That's just a big no-no. The second one here is a bit more interesting because they've reacted a bit too late, in my opinion, which I'm going to say it's their fault again. Because they're trying to defend their line from you sending it down in the final corner, because I think on this circuit the final corner it's more optimized to getting a shorter run up to the line, and they've reacted and you've kept your wheels basically straight. So I'm gonna say it's on the Mercedes here. They've kind of ruined their own race. They're erratic. They wanted that podium and it's resulted in whatever position they finished in the end, really. Let me know down in the comment sections below what you thought about that second move by the Mercedes there. Whether it was too late, whether the Nissan should have backed out of it more. Like, what do you think? I think it was just a Mercedes just driving erratic, really. Last lap, Winner Bennett. Ooh, a set of Corsa. I'm the red Ferrari. Did I outbrake myself, or did the white Ferrari just turn into me? Monza T1 in Ferraris. Oh boy, this can only go one way. And we're getting 2 FPS. Alright, here we go. The audios are like really screwed over. Right. So I'm just going to turn the audio off. So the Ferrari's ahead. You've made a dive bomb, and you've half-heartedly gone for it, and you've tagged him. And typical Ferrari turn 1 Monza moment. It's kind of on you. You went for a dive bomb, and then like halfway through the dive bomb here, like at this point here, you've half-heartedly gone for it, and you're not gonna really get it at this point, and you're kind of hoping he doesn't really turn in, but let's be honest, he's gonna turn in. So like, yeah, it's kind of your fault. Like, you half-hearted went for a dive bomb and it didn't really work, so it's just unlucky there. Last one of the day. Guy got mad at me for making this pass on the last lap and then tried to wreck me. Just feel Alright, so let's already look at this dive bomb. Gone to the inside. You're alongside at this point. He knows you're there. Clean move, no contact. No contact. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. Clean dive bomb. And he's called you an idiot for that, probably. And then he's done that. And he's made his car worse. No, this guy's just a big loser. He's just left the door wide open for a beautiful send down the inside. And then he's just gone and been a crybaby afterwards. Just don't be that person. Just defend harder next time, really. Do you know, that was a pretty short one, so I'm going to end on this last one. Was this move okay? I'm the red and white Porsche. Another Lamar, and final clip of the day. Spa, second to last turn, coming up to the bus stop chicane. You're on the outside, we'll turn to the inside. You're there, it's alright, that's fine. I just don't see anything wrong with this. He's just done a clean move around the outside. Like, he's always probably going to be there. I just don't see anything wrong with that. God, look how cramped it looks inside. Gone around the outside, and of course the guy on the inside's always just going to move over to the left just because of how like tight the bus stop chicane is, and he's not really giving you the much of room. But you're there, so nothing much in it. He's actually has like, if you'll notice, actually he's lost control on the braking here. He's lost control at this point, and he's slid into the corner. Has strained it. And then because it's like really narrow, he's kind of been there. Yeah, I mean the push was always alongside, and yeah, it's fine. There was no incident to it really. Just keep racing and you'll be alright. Yeah, let's take a look at. Yeah, I mean he was always there. Like just so much room, and then he's semi-turned in. Alright guys, well that was all for this random video today. Thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. Let me know down in the comment sections below whether you thought any of the moves was too harsh, what your opinion, what you think about some of my opinions, whether I did some good stewarding or not. If you want to see more of this, just let me know now in comment sections below. Like, subscribe, help me get to 100 subscribers before the end of the year. That will mean the world to me. And enjoy the rest of the day.